well.
Exactly.
So, yeah, okay. So you know what? It's fine. Masher, we'll give it over.
There's not a lot of tools that they can work with,
lot,
and we did mention that they needed an answer towards the back line, so I think the Masha does make sense, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Kimmy going to be having a little bit more of a difficult time because technically she can't self-peel, but that's what the Gatot and the Uranus is for. As it turns out, the Bruno is not going into the hands of Nightmare. That he's a very aggressive EXP laner, being forced on a Uranus. We'll see. Turtle already half health.
He can be very aggressive at this point in time, and Doryu a little bit too deep into the Turtle's pit. As such, he's going to be flying up to the sky because of the Lantern Flare. Idea is going to be the next one onto the chopping block with Backhot, getting himself 2 kills already. And Jasmine, a very comical EXP laner. He goes in early stages. They would want to rush right into the face. Not exactly rush per se, but they are a very comical combo after all, right? But speaking of which, the Comet is going to happening with Pluto just going in for the AOG, jumping right in, but this is going to allow them to do quite a bit over to the side of Jasmine, taking 1 kill down, but Pluto now, he suffers his own death to the hands of Too Easy for Lexi.
Yeah, very, very aggressive coming from Jasmine, looking for to close out the wild cards of the day. I did. You're alone here. That's a 3v1.
The very aggressive ulti. Huh. That is not something that we were expecting, but as much as we want to see Nightmare Esports try to play a very aggressive, I think that he underestimated most of the time it is a very good escape mechanism. You can just walk in, shine your lantern flare and all, and just kind of out the way. But speaking of which, bad down at the bottom. Finds himself taken down. It's gonna be small, kind of a tough spot because they're going up against a triple marksman composition, but they're not winning by a landslide. And even losing Cammy at this point in time, this is essentially going to be a free turtle that's going to be credited over.
From Andoryu as well as Super Gorka. Pluto's on the way as well. This is a perfect zone, a perfect land, a perfect macro.
The AOG lands onto Cammy, melts him down in an instant. Nightmare Esports can't do anything but to play possum. All the way underneath the turret, there is going to be the good final slash because it's going to be roping Pluto right in and allowing them to go for 1-for-1.
Able to pick up, but the big question is, will it be enough? Because that was traded in for Cammy. That's a lot of damage. I did barely gets out.
Jasmine, though, he's hoping to walk himself right out of that, but that's not going to be the way. Boba say no. Too much of that slow going to work for them. And Doryu picks himself yet another kill over.
Goes for a little bit of a taunt there. Doesn't commit. Cammy's on the way.
This is at least something that's going to be working out for them. They do have the Summon Force just going to be popped right out, and Pluto just re-enters into the Summon Force, allowing him to be the death for the team. But not only that, Boba also finds himself taken down. So Nightmare Esports finally have to play together as one because they are always just getting picked up one after another. But in the meantime, the Summon Force is going to be dropped down coming from the side of Cammy. He manages to get himself a little bit more shields in order to survive against this plot from the side of Pluto. While we have all 5 members from the side of Virtus.Pro just marching right in together with the Lord. They will siege down the crystal with no problems at all in 10 minutes.
1 game away, ladies and gentlemen, for the EECA representative in
Have a very poke. Oh, Edith. Okay, so when it comes down to Edith, they just want to stack and layer down all of these core controllers as much as possible.
Of Nightmare Esports, but that's gonna have to wait.
As we do have Too Easy for Lexi finding himself in a tight little spot, but that is 2 shadows used up, and Too Easy for Lexi finds himself first blooded by the hands of Pluto, and Jasmine is gonna be the next one onto the chopping block. Virtus.Pro, great start by Lucy, joins in, and this is actually staggered team fight from Nightmare as much as possible because it takes time for Uranus to be damaging. It's the Super Igorka down at the bottom, got caught by Jasmine as well as Cammy, but it's Super Igorka, he just sidestepped against Cammy, leaving both of them as Sliver. Wait, Super Igorka with a great blink, he manages to find himself out of the way from Jasmine, and they outplayed him.
Beautiful backup coming in from VP there again.
Yep. And Doryu knows exactly how far he can stretch his Uranus. The moment that he finds himself with some great items, he's going to go absolute ham as Badcott finds himself a kill, and Jasmine goes down as well before the turtle even went down.
Over.
Oh my goodness. Too easy for Lexi, can't do anything. Oh, never mind. The orange buff still went over to Andoryu, and too easy for Lexi loses his purple buff as well, as Andoryu just literally just put himself right in the face of the opponents. He does have a brute force breastplate, also he's not going to be too scared of anything, as now he's picked himself up with a double kill right onto Cammy. What Super Igorka brings Jasmine down by Lucy. It's going to be the next one onto the chopping block is Andoryu as well as Badcott. They are burning him down with no hesitation whatsoever. What for what trade?
Oh, but he still gets a trade down, right?
Yeah.
By Lucy, 0-1-0, not the best that you'd want from a Granger. What is that damage, Cammy?
That's just bad cut. Just going in, hiding in that brush, waiting for the perfect opportunity to sprint. Because I really want to see the Nightmare Esports is able to kind of turn things around. But speaking of which, it's going to be bad caught, finding himself one kill on
The Swift Trinity for Super Gorka.
So he's ready, got what he needs.
He's ready.
He's ready.
He's ready. And Bobber, oh, what's Pluto?
Picking up ready. Andoryu is ready too. Picking up a mega kill for himself, and he's just gonna be
About it. Look how aggressive he's going. That's under turrets.
Big layer of health. There's nothing that they can do over to the side of Andoryu. As such, all the rest of the damage coming from the side of Virtus.Pro will be more than enough to bring down Cammy, and it is unfortunately too easy for Lex. It's going to be the next one onto the track, but never mind, he do have the Ogi Shadow kill that allows him to get a kill down on Pluto. But would it be enough for him to get himself away? Almost to the Cyclone's Eye, but still down to the Ionic Discs from Virtus.Pro. Right on the waves, onto the bottom lane T3, Pluto as well. He's just going to go straight in. Final Slash lands on the one, put Jasmine in a really tough spot. As such, 2 men down already. Over to the side of Nightmare Esports with the T3 taken down. Andoryu tanking up like no tomorrow. And now too is it for Lexi, trying to finesse something out of Virtus.Pro, only to be pinned and skewered all over to the wall by Lucy as well as Cammy, forced out all the way to the fountain as Virtus.Pro takes this game by the storm.
The first 2-0 we've seen today here at the Wildcards for MSC at EWC.